The infected King Shazam issue 1 sees Billy Batson acting out of character towards his foster parents, accusing them of only having foster kids since they are both too broken for their own. Billy is sent to the kitchen to do the dishes, where he sees a family photo, throwing it away in a fit of rage and telling himself that he's over it. Mary arrives and wonders what's wrong with him and why he's acting out. She says he can talk with her and he doesn't need to take it out on Victor and Rosa. Billy tells her to get over herself and races outside, turning into Shazam and heading out to see Atlas, who wants to know why Shazam is disturbing his seclusion. Atlas can't properly see Shazam, thanks to his torches all going out when the hero arrived, but Shazam intends to fix that, blasting Atlas with his lightning. Shazam says that his stamina apparently comes from Atlas, and since that's the case, he should be able to survive a little fight to find out if he's worthy to be part of Shazam's new posse. The two god beings battle, destroying Atlas's house, and Atlas holds his own if but for a moment, but Shazam defeats him in the end, telling the god that it's time for his punishment. Elsewhere, the Shazam family help emergency services with a building fire. Freddy has a list of people that could do all this damage in such a short amount of time, but Mary knows that it's Billy, since he was acting strange before and was lashing out at Victor and Rosa. She thinks something has happened to him, and the family want to call in the League if Billy has turned evil, but Mary says that this is personal, and she wants to handle it herself. The family want to help her since Billy is family, but she tells him that she will call them if she needs them, telling them that she knows where he's going, since if she can find the pattern in the lightning storms all over the world, she can follow the path right to him. Shazam meanwhile continues to take out gods all over the earth, defeating Thor all because he couldn't find Hercules. Next he takes on Rao, the Kryptonian god, who can barely keep up with him. As they fight, Billy knows that the Batman Who Laughs really did him a favor when he infected him, since his eyes are finally opened for once and he sees through the lies of the gods and the heroes and what they offer the people. He uses his lightning on Rao, telling him he deserves to be put in his place. Mary meanwhile finds the beaten and bloody Atlas, helping the god out of his destroyed house. She learns that Billy did this and he's been corrupted by an insatiable rage, one that's being directed at the authorities above him. Shazam continues to fight his gods, finding Ares and beating the god of war half to death while mocking the new path he is trying to take in his godhood. Mary arrives to save the god, smashing Shazam away before tending to Ares. Shazam soon returns, however, and Mary and Ares team up to battle him, but Shazam is too fast for both of them, grabbing Ares and breaking one of his arms, casting the god of war to the ground before turning his attention to Mary. Mary hits Shazam with her full power, saying that while she doesn't know what he's turned into, it ends now. Shazam tries to get into her head, but she smashes a statue into him, hoping to get through to Billy, knowing he's trapped inside somewhere. Shazam is defeated and Billy soon returns, saying his thoughts in his head are bad and he can't get them out and needs Mary's help. Mary helps her brother up, saying that she will do anything to help him. It's all a trick, however, as Shazam grabs Mary, stabbing her with his clawed hands. Shazam says that her speech got under his skin and he wanted to show her just how deep as she slowly becomes like him. Shazam says that her eyes will be open soon and they will help spread the gift to whoever they think deserves it. Shazam welcomes his sister into the fold, flying off and letting the infection take hold of Mary. The infected King Shazam issue 1 was not a very good issue. I get that continuity at DC at the moment is merely just a word and not an actual thing, but come on, this issue steps all over not just Jeff Johns' Shazam ongoing, but also barely gives any reason as to why this happened to Billy and what his real motivation is, which, if this issue is to be, taken for its word, it basically boils down to he's a moody teenager. Then there's the fact that we get people like Atlas, the wrong Atlas that is, showing up, as well as Rao, a character who's been long gone since the Brian Hitch JLA book back in DCU and isn't actually alive anymore. If you couldn't tell, this issue was kind of all over the place in terms of what it chose to be continuity and what it didn't, and of course stepped on Jeff Johns' Shazam book and what's happening in that, and it really isn't required reading for the mini event taking place in Batman Superman, so it's easily skippable. I'm going to give this issue a 2 out of 10.